For nearly 3 decades, General Hospital has been a mainstay of daytime television, a sprawling ensemble where legacy characters interweave with shocking twists, family drama, and high emotional stakes. Among those familiar faces, Nancy Lee Grahn's portrayal of Alexis Davis has stood out as one of the most enduring and beloved roles on GH. First appearing in 1996, Grahn's Alexis isn't just a lawyer in Port Charles. She's a mother, a fighter, a moral compass when the story calls for one, and sometimes the imperfect heart beating amidst chaos. Her performances have drawn acclaim from fans and critics alike. Arab Times. Yet in 2025, something remarkable happened. General Hospital fans found themselves more enraged by real-world posts from the actress than by the fictional betrayals that characterized the soap itself. This wasn't about a plot twist, it was a controversial social media share, one that fractured a fanbase already familiar with heated debates about character arcs and storylines. In September 2025, GH fans were shaken, not by a character death or an unexpected cliffhanger, but by a social media post Nancy Lee Grahn shared on Instagram that appeared to address the assassination of conservative commentator Charlie Kirk. The exact wording of her post drew blowback because it was interpreted, by a significant segment of online onlookers, as suggesting Kirk bore responsibility for his own assassination. The wording reportedly read something akin to, "I am not in support of what happened, but Charlie Kirk was in support of what happened to Charlie Kirk." IMDb. What made the post so inflammatory was not just the topic, a real-world tragedy involving a controversial public figure, but the way it seemed to assign moral causality. For many fans, the message crossed a line between political opinion and personal blame, and they were furious that it came from the star of a beloved soap opera. Across fan forums and comment sections, reactions ranged from shock to disappointment. Some viewers asserted that Grahn's message was inappropriate given her role on a family-oriented television program. Others argued that it was her right to free expression. In the middle were fans who simply wished their entertainment and political discourse wouldn't collide so publicly. The reaction was swift. Petitions circulated calling for her removal from General Hospital, gathering signatures from fans who felt her views were hate-filled and divisive. One such petition on Change.org accused Grahn of driving away fans, name-calling disagreeing viewers, and perpetuating hate-filled narrative toward those who disagree with her. Change.org. On message boards, threads lit up with arguments both supporting and condemning her stance. Some fans said they wouldn't watch anymore. Others pointed out that it was her personal social media, and they supported her right to express political opinion even if they disagreed with the sentiment. Reddit. Social media platforms like Reddit saw discussions rise where fans debated not just Grahn's post but whether actors should separate their personal views from their professional personas. For some viewers, the blending of real-life politics and entertainment was a betrayal of the escapism they tuned in for every afternoon. Reddit. This situation centered on a deeper tension, the expectations audiences place on public figures, especially in daytime television, and the freedom performers have to voice personal views online. Soap audiences are historically passionate. GH fans are among the most engaged, often following actors' lives off-screen as closely as they follow their characters' on-screen drama. That closeness can blur boundaries. When fans feel they know a performer, they expect them to align with values that feel comforting or unifying, especially in a community that often becomes like family. Grahn, in her public life, has not been a stranger to expressing strong political opinions. Some fans have long disagreed with her stance over the years, pointing to previous social media activity that sparked debate. Change.org. But this particular post, involving a violent death and sensitive political context, hit a nerve far beyond standard celebrity controversy. The online backlash wasn't just talk, it turned into action. A Change.org petition was launched calling for ABC and General Hospital to fire Nancy Lee Grahn. Supporters argued that her behavior online was vile, driving viewers away, and out of line for someone in her influential position. Change.org. Comments on that petition illustrated the emotional charge. Fans described feeling personally insulted, betrayed, and disrespected. Statements ranged from "she has no respect for the viewer community" to "her social media conduct has crossed every line." Change.org. Yet also visible in forums and threads were defense statements, with other fans pointing out that an actor's personal politics shouldn't define their professional worth. Social media misinterpretations can escalate unfairly. General Hospital has long been a platform with diverse viewer perspectives, and off-screen opinions shouldn't control casting decisions. This polarized response illustrated just how engaged and divided the GH fanbase could be. While the social media controversy brewed in the background, General Hospital itself continued delivering twists, ensuring that fans had plenty to talk about in the soap's fictional world. Plotlines in late 2025 included emotional arcs around the Quartermaine family and battles over Monica's estate, such as tensions about Ronnie inheriting Monica's house, a development that angered fans as much as any social media post. Soap Hub. Heartbreaking moments for characters like Scout, whose sad face became a talking point among viewers upset by her isolation and emotional state within the show. Soap Hub. Even as GH churned more storyline shockers, the Lee Grahn situation remained a separate but resonant point of chatter, one that interwove real-life controversy with fictional drama. As the soap world watched, neither ABC nor General Hospital producers publicly announced any disciplinary actions or cast changes in direct response to the social media uproar, and as of late 2025, Grahn continues to be credited for her role as Alexis Davis. Many fans have pointed out that the creative world increasingly intersects with real-world politics, and viewers must navigate that intersection as public figures speak out more boldly than ever before. The GH fandom itself remains divided. Some have stopped watching entirely in protest. Others have vowed to keep tuning in, separating the art from the artist. Still others continue debating online, expressing both support and backlash in equal measure. This reflects a broader cultural moment in 2025, where celebrity activism and public expression routinely spark heated discourse, and where audiences are more empowered and more reactive than ever. General Hospital has always thrived on drama, heartbreak, redemption, loss, love, moral conflict. And for decades, audiences around the world have connected to those stories because they reflect deep emotional truths that resonate beyond Port Charles. But in 2025, as the show's narrative complexity remained engrossing, a real-world event sparked real-world emotions that overshadowed even the most controversial soap plots. Lee Grahn's social media post inadvertently became part of the GH story in a way that blurred fiction and reality. Whether fans will ultimately forgive, forget, or forever associate this event with the soap's legacy remains uncertain. What's clear is that when beloved performers step into the arena of public discourse, the response can be as dramatic as any cliffhanger in Port Charles, and just as unpredictable.